Hey guys, Zoe here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Siobhan Zoe. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. Today I'm just doing a very quick little makeup look, and while we do that, I wanted to talk about 10 ways you can build your confidence. I got a question a few weeks ago at church, and I'm still trying to figure out if that's my favorite church. Right now it's looking like my never church, but we will see. I'm very hesitant about joining a church because of previous situations that I've been in. So I'm a little bit like, but so far so good. So this young lady asked me a question of how I built my confidence. She's basically alluding to the fact that I just kind of don't care what people think online. And I guess that's I guess. So for my primer, I'm going to use a Fresh and Flawless primer with tea tree oil and vitamin E. I've already done my skincare. I have acne prone skin, so ignore the pimples. That's what I do when I'm doing my makeup. I just pretend like I can't see them. So far my skin's doing okay this month. And my period comes this week, so we shall see if the skin will maintain its integrity. So far we just try our best to just my skin is always so frustrating. So even with this, I'm online, you guys can see me in 4K with skin that's looking like wow and not looking like yeah. So we move. I'm gonna use the Fasali Skin Tune Blur. I saw Fasali talking about making a comeback, and the owners were talking about that, so I really hope they do come back. I love their products. So the first thing I can recommend, like I said about my skin, is building a good skincare routine, and I mean the whole entire body. It doesn't have to be, the most expensive products. You can literally use what you have, but you have to build something that looks after your skin, makes you feel good, and whatever works for you that helps you to take your, oh, not this hair not being a part of the gelled up hair. Maybe you're just going through a little hormonal acne like I am. Maybe you're going through hormonal acne and you've never had acne before. It can really break your confidence. So that's what I'm saying. Skincare, the whole entire body. I'm going to use this face base from Australis. The next thing I recommend, finding a style inspo. So style can come from different people. It doesn't mean that just because you liked, Uche, right? That she's gonna be your style inspiration forever. As you get older, maybe it'll change, and as she gets older, maybe her style will change. So adapt it based on the season you're in. You don't have to stick with the same person. But for me, people like Jackie Aina and Esther Grams or Esther Live are some of the people that I look up to in terms of style and fashion, because I feel like how they carry themselves more than what they wear is what I like to emulate. Their confidence, the way they put things together in a very eclectic, unique way, is one of the things that I've been following them for years, and I absolutely adore their style. And you might like Jenny Jenkins, whoever you like. Just find someone that you're inspired by that works for you. And if they work for you, you can find inspiration from what they wear. It doesn't mean you have to buy what they buy. It just means that you can look at it and say, you know what, I am really inspired by this person, but also their body type is similar to mine. I unfollowed anyone that doesn't have my body type or close to my body type, because comparison really is a thief of joy. This world we live in is so easy to compare yourself. The foundation I'm using is the Soft Matte foundation from NARS. I'm in the color Macau or Medium Deep 4. Third thing I would recommend is being around family or friends that help you to build your confidence, people that bring you up. Because have you ever met those people that say, I see you on your little business, or you look cute, or I wouldn't wear that, that doesn't look nice on a body type like you, or you look cute today. Those little comments and all that, I don't hang out with nobody that says stuff like that, because people around you, you become an average of who you are associated with. So if you're around people that constantly bring you down, you'll never feel good enough. You'll never feel like you're worthy. You'll never build your confidence, because the people, not that you should seek validation from people, but the people around you can affect how you view yourself if they're constantly putting you down, because words carry power. Words carry an atmosphere. I don't associate with anyone that makes me feel less than. And if you make me feel less than, it is a reflection of them as a person, but it still affects you at the end of the day. So I don't hang around with anybody that makes me feel like I need to compete, compare, or look down on myself. The people I associate with always constantly build me up, and I build them up. The minute it starts to get toxic, and the minute we start saying things like, that's cute, or your little business, or you want to start that, oh, blah, 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 I'm exiting stage left with the quickness. My base makeup so far has been pretty good, because I'm trying to work on my skincare. So we hope this makeup turns out as well as it did yesterday. I'm going to see one of my friends, and I haven't seen this person in over like 8 years, maybe even more. So if I see them, I see them. If I don't, if I decide I don't want to see them, You know me, I'm very selective of who I give my energy to. So that's another reason why I don't have a lot of friends, because I'm very careful of who and what I associate with. I will cut you off in a second. Anything weird, any weird vibes, I'm out. I'm exiting. Number 4 is unfollow anyone that makes you feel less than on social media. And I already touched on this briefly, but honestly, I can't stress how much social media affects how we view ourselves. And I'm not saying you need to follow people. If you're black, you need to follow only black people. If you're white, you need to follow only white people. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if you feel someone is too rich and you just like, it's not inspiring, it's rather making you feel like you're too broke, you don't have enough ambition, you're lazy or that, it's not motivation, but rather making you feel like you are just inadequate. Why are you following them? Social media should be about following people that inspire you to be better and do better. But the minute it gets, you need to, if all you follow are people who have a lifestyle that you feel like you will never ever be able to attain, you'll constantly feel low. You'll constantly feel like you're not good enough. You'll constantly be in a place where you're comparing yourself every single day. And who wants to live like that? Sorry, that's not my portion in life. I always follow people that I feel like inspire me, but also don't make me feel like I'm not good enough. I always follow people that inspire me rather than make me feel like I'm not good enough. That is my thing. And if you're a great person online and maybe you're like Clark or Nara Smith, and I'm inspired by you, but then I start to look at myself and I feel like I'm not good enough, I exit. I'm like, oh, that person's married but I'm not, or that person's got 7 kids and I don't, that person's got a mansion and I don't, then I'm constantly putting myself down. I'm out. Unfollow people that don't make you feel like God has made you the way you are for a reason, and you feel like, oh, I should look like them, I should act like them. Nope. No, man. Sometimes you just gotta hit a unfollow. No bars. The 5th thing I recommend is having a maintenance routine. Now, that doesn't mean you have to now go and spend. In this economy, the concealer I'm using is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in warm sand. Don't go overboard and now spend too much money on trying to look put together. I haven't had my lashes, you guys know, for almost 3-4 months. 3-4 months. And it's not because I can't afford it, but I just decided that was not a priority financially for me right now. It's not that I'll never be able to do it, but if it works in my budget, I'll do it. So you can work within your budget to create a maintenance routine. That means you can even do certain things at home. I do my pedicures at home. I do my manicures at home. Not that I ever do them anyway, but I do my manicures at home. I just bought the stuff from Amazon and I'm able to do them at home. If I do decide to do my nails, which is rare because I don't really, the last time I did my nails was October. I don't really feel like I need it, to be honest with you. I really don't. So I don't. If I don't feel like I want to spend money getting it done by a professional, I'll do it myself. And you can do the same. A lot of girls are DIY eyelash extensions. If you have steady hands and you can do it, do it. Do what makes you feel good. But a maintenance routine really does help you to take some time to look after yourself and take some time to just take care of your body, take care of your mind. And when you do that, you start to feel good. It starts just making you feel like you're taking care of you. It doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money on hair or makeup or any of that. It's all superficial stuff. And if that's not what you're into, you can do natural looks. You can get a wax, you can do the wax yourself. Whatever makes you feel good, start to incorporate that. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in rich walnut. The goal of a good maintenance routine is really just to take time to look after yourself and look presentable, whatever that looks like to you. You might be one of them glam girls, do you, boo? You might be one of those people that likes to do very natural, very put together, but in a very clean like makeup, or you don't wear any makeup. Whatever presentable looks like to you, do that. You might be one of those glam girls, you have eclectic fashion. You don't have to fit into the mold with everybody else. You gotta do it your way and what works for you and what makes you feel good. I do things my way. I have my own style. I tend to wear a lot of black, and I remember someone telling me, I think you're depressed, that's why you wear a lot of black. And I was like, well, you have both parents, so I don't think you should really give me an opinion, because I like black. It's a safe space for me. It's comforting. I used to wear black a lot back when I was like 16, 15, and I've just gone back to that because that's what makes me feel good. So whatever makes you feel good, baby girl, do that, okay? Number 6 is wearing the right underwear. I can't stress how this changed my life. that I started to wear different underwear, because before I don't know what I was doing. For bronzer, this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Deep Walnut. I can't tell you how much my life changed after I started wearing different underwear. And it's not that I was wearing like ugly underwear before, but I did not care about my underwear. Like, that was just something I didn't care. If you saw panty lines, all that, but now I do. I'm just a bit more conscious of wearing the right tones of underwear. So I'm wearing a white shirt. I'm going to put on a nude bra underneath. Normally I just would wear whatever. I really did not care, even though it didn't affect anybody else but me, myself, and I. It changed my confidence level. It really did. I started to feel good, because when you're not wearing the right bra size, or you're wearing a bra that's too tight or too small, and you've got spillage, or your underwear is not comfortable, it's too tight or whatever, it can just kind of ruin your confidence. You're walking weird, you're like constantly sucking in your stomach because maybe the underwear is too tight and it's giving you a bulge that you never had before. Just anything really. Like, you know what I'm talking about when I say your underwear is just not, it's not doing it for you. Get your bra size fitted, and then just buy whatever bras you can online that you can afford. I think bra fittings are free in Australia, so you can get that done. I got mine done at Bras and Things years and years ago, and obviously my size and what has developed as I've gotten older, but it's still the same concept, that that same bra has to be washed, clean, presentable. Your underwear washed, clean, presentable. If your underwear has holes and all that, it can really make you feel uncomfortable, because you're constantly thinking, what on earth? I always start to think about, what if I end up in an accident and they have to cut my dress or my pants or whatever, and my underwear is looking raggedy? I can't. If I travel, I'm like my mom. My mom told me this. I always buy new underwear. I don't care. And just for the record, you're supposed to update your underwear every 6 months. When I learned that, changed my life. I just also want to say that when your bra keeps falling, is nothing more uncomfortable. So even adjusting your straps can make a big difference. I've seen girls with the right bra size, but it's all the way down here, so your chest can look a lot saggier than it needs to. If you just adjust the straps, it can make a big difference. Just say. These are little things that I've learned as part of the big titty committee. I'm no longer part of the small titty committee, so I've had to adjust. I just want to also say, number 7 is eating healthy, whatever that looks like to you and your doctors, because everyone gets online and says every plus size person is unhealthy. I don't always think that is accurate. I think a lot of people are just very judgy and fat phobic. So you don't necessarily need to be a size. I know a lot of size 8 or size 6 people who eat so unhealthy that just because they're skinny or they have a fast metabolism doesn't mean you're healthier. Just because you're plus size doesn't mean you are an unhealthy person. You don't exercise, you don't eat well. Let's get that out the way. Personally, I just started to gain weight after I lost my mom, and it caused me so much discomfort that I decided, okay, there needs to be a change. I've got to do this for myself, because I don't think I'm going to make it based on my health. I'm probably going to have a heart attack by the time I am 30, and that was the year my mom had passed away, because I did not think I was going to make it, purely based on the fact that my weight was just out of whack and got to a point where I couldn't control it anymore. So I would say eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, just trying your best to work with your doctor to develop a healthy eating habits. Even something so simple as going to the doctor once a year or twice a year, going to the dentist twice a year. Those little checkups can really prevent a lot of sicknesses and illnesses that you may get later on that you could have picked up on, such as cancer, breast cancer. I go for regular checkups with my doctor just to make sure everything is copacetic. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder in honey. Eating healthy can be expensive, but trust me, the cost of eating unhealthy costs you more later on down the line when you have heart conditions or everything like that. I know from personal experience, I really was eating fast food and takeaways nonstop to the point that I felt sluggish after, and it didn't make me feel good. At the time it did, in the moment it did, but later on when I started to really feel like, okay, there has to be a change here, I have to make some adjustments, it started to cost me my health. I had a breast cancer scare. I went through all this alone, and I just started thinking, bro, you're going to kill yourself and end up right where your mom is, and God is going to ask you why you're here so early, purely because I wasn't looking after my health, and not because I didn't have access to healthy food. I was just depressed eating. So I really encourage you all to really start to eat healthy. Eating healthy boosts your energy and makes you feel good from the inside out. I'm just going to set my concealer quickly, and I'm just going to set my concealer lightly. I have to go and get my I'm just setting my concealer just to make sure everything doesn't move. And I really like this foundation because I really don't have to do too much setting. It's got a nice soft matte that is breathable. It's not too thick and heavy. I used very light amounts this time, but you can definitely build it up and build a glam look, which is what I love this foundation. For my brows, you already know I'm using the Makeup Revolution brow pen. And this is in, I don't even know if it has a color. Oh, it's dark brown. Sorry, it has a color at the bottom. My bad, y'all. So I like it because it's very slanted. So the other thing I want to talk about, number 8, ironing your clothes. This is something I don't do. But I bought a steamer because I do not like ironing. I don't know how people find ironing relaxing. My dad is such a good ironer, and I'm like, clearly when this was happening, I missed the memo that this is a thing that adults do. I don't like ironing, so I bought a steamer instead, and it was only for like $25 from Kmart, so there is no real excuse. My iron is more expensive than my steamer, and my iron needs to be charged. All that just makes me less motivated to iron, so I don't like taking time to iron anything, I'll be honest with you guys. So if you ever see me with a creased anything, just know my steamer and my iron were not on. I do not like ironing. I ended up buying stuff that doesn't require ironing. But even if your clothes are, you just need to think about it. Even if your clothes require ironing, taking the extra 5-10 minutes to do it, it does make a difference on how you look presentable. And people start to think you're put together, even though you may be wearing something that's inexpensive. It can be from Kmart, it can be from Big W, it can be from anywhere. But you've ironed it and taken time to look presentable. I think that extra step really makes a difference in how you feel about yourself. Simple things like lint rolling your clothes or checking for those extra little tabs. I had one just now and I noticed it in the mirror. I was like, I have to cut this after this. But you see how when it was out, it kind of made me look a bit disheveled, even if you're not going to say it to me in the comment section, right? It's just those little things. If you're just conscious of making sure everything is put together, sewing is so important. It's a good skill to have for buttons that come undone. Getting those skills up as an adult makes you look presentable. And when you look presentable, I really, you have to understand how much your outerwear can affect how you feel on the inside. It can make you put your shoulders back and walk up with your head held high. When you're looking at yourself in the mirror and there's a huge stain, you're not going to want to. When you look at yourself and you've got big stains, lint, all that, it can really just make you feel down. So we're trying to build our confidence. We're trying to keep our head held high. So just doing little things like cutting those little loose threads, knowing how to sew, those little things, ironing clothes. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference in how you present yourself to the world. Number 9 is deodorizing. And I mean deodorizing and using perfume. Now, you don't need to spend a lot of money. There's a lot of perfume oils that literally cost $8 in Australia. You don't have to go to Big David Jones or any of those stores that you can't afford at this time. If you can't afford them, if you can, cool, but if you can't, it's okay. You can just buy deodorant. I don't know how many people I've met who say deodorant is a chemical, water is a chemical, air is a chemical, everything's got chemicals, guys. Please use deodorant. We can't be in 2024 and people are smelling like onions. Like, it's just not on. And the thing is, sometimes it's also your inside. So I have a little sip of chlorophyll that helps. It's a natural deodorant, so it helps from the inside to cleanse whatever may be on my inside of my system that's causing bad odor or whatever it is like that. Having a good shower, cleaning, and then putting deodorant. I can't stand people that leave the house and smell bad. I'm like, so you left the house in the hope that all of us would not notice that you smell like onions. I just never understood that. Like, it's a big thing for me to smell good. If I don't smell good, I have a deodorant in every area that I am. At work, I have one. At home, I have one. In the car, I have one. So I'm ready in and out of season. I also have wipes in my car, just in case on those days, maybe you're feeling a little bit more mustier than normal. I also shower 3 times or twice a day. If it's gym, it's 3 times a day. If it's normal days, twice a day. Because I just want my body to feel good. I want to feel clean. I want to literally feel clean. So when I get my bed sheets, I literally feel like, oh, this feels good. It feels good on my skin. So please, for the love of God, get a deodorant. Not just perfume. Get a deodorant. And I prefer roll-ons than the sprays. Something about that contact, it does something for me. The girls that sweat a lot, the girls and guys that sweat a lot, I avoid wearing gray anything because I think it is just harder to not sweat when you're wearing gray. And it's one of those things that it just makes you look unkempt and you just look like you're messy, even though it's a normal thing to have body fluid come out of your armpits. Like it's normal. But I just avoid wearing certain colors to avoid, like khaki. I will never wear khaki in summer or in hot days and be lifting my armpits. I've just seen it too many times, and I'm like, it's, even if you're put together in the most expensive suit, it just comes off messier than you desire to. So I would recommend a deodorant like a roll-on. They're very cheap. You can get them from Reject Shop or anywhere that you live in the world. Or please, for the love of God, get something under there. Lippy is from Huda Beauty. This is the lip contour in rich brown and the Huda Beauty soft matte in Venus. I saved the best for last. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to tell yourself you're beautiful. I think this is so important. I had to learn this. You guys know I've been in a really tough situation my past few years, and no one ever told me I was beautiful like that. And you know, you don't necessarily want the world to tell you you're beautiful. You want your person to tell you you're beautiful. And my person at the time did not tell me I was beautiful. I had to start telling Zoe, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent. There's nothing more important than looking at yourself and finding something that you think is beautiful about yourself and focusing on that. There may be days where I'm just feeling a little bit lower than I normally do on regular days. So I really tell myself I'm beautiful all the time. I'm like, girl, you are gorgeous. Your hair is beautiful, your hair's flourishing, your Nash is pending, but you know, you got other assets. I talk to myself, because if I don't, who will? You can't look for validation from a man or anybody else in your life, because once that person goes, what will you do? You're now feeling inadequate. Oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, because your man doesn't tell you. No, baby, go over here. We tell ourselves. Because if you don't feel beautiful, and it's called self-esteem, if you don't feel beautiful, nobody else is gonna make you feel beautiful, because you're gonna seek validation every single time. The last thing I'm going to use is this Australis lip glaze in glazed donut. The girls that get it, and it's not sticky, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and you already know. So that is my face. Let's just make sure everything is all good. Eyebrows, eyelashes set, we're all good. That's my face. Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you. And that is 10 ways on how to feel more confident. I hope this video really helps you guys to build your confidence. These things work in real life and online, because someone said, how do you just get that confidence to post? I no longer care what people think, because I practice these 10 things. These are things I practice on myself, and I'm sharing them because they work for me. I'm not trying to say I'm an expert on confidence, but what I am trying to say is I don't care what people think, and I am my best version of myself this year. So I really... who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna check me, boo? What did Sheree say? Who's gonna check me, boo? You have to build your confidence in yourself first. No one outside can build that for you, and online is just another way to make you feel bad if you're not using it right. So look after yourself. Please make sure you try these steps, and if you do, please comment down below if they work for you. If you can, please do me a favor, comment how you build your confidence down below. I really think it will help people, and we'll build a little community of confident people regardless of what society says. You are beautiful. You are not too dark. You're not too big. You're not too skinny. You're not too tall. You're not too short. You are perfect just the way you are, because God made you like that, okay? Anyway, stop rambling. Follow me on my social media, and please make sure you subscribe. I will see you in another video. Bye, guys. Look at us confident people.